Welcome to American Presidential History. Dive into the captivating world of U.S. presidents through engaging stories that bring their lives, legacies, and the times they lived in vividly to life. George Washington, the first United States president, 1789 to 1797. Known as the father of his country, played a crucial role in the American Revolutionary War. As the commander-in-chief of the Continental Army, Washington masterminded a surprise attack at Trenton, successfully capturing Hessian garrison. His exceptional leadership on the battlefield culminated in a resounding victory at Princeton, further establishing Washington as a distinguished military commander. Despite Brandywine's defeat, Washington's leadership limited casualties, allowing the army to endure. His tactical brilliance at Saratoga convinced France to join the cause, while the coordination with French forces at Yorktown led to the surrender of General Cornwallis, ending the war. Washington's played a crucial role in achieving American independence, solidifying his legacy as a military leader and founding father of the United States of America. George Washington, father of his country.
John Adams, a visionary statesman, emerged as the second president of the United States. Adams played a vital role in the American Revolution. With his sharp intellect and legal expertise, Adams contributed significantly to the drafting of the Declaration of Independence. After serving as the first vice president, Adams ascended to the presidency in 1797. John Adams's legacy as the second president of the United States endures. Adams will forever be remembered as a passionate advocate for liberty and a founding father who helped shape the course of the nation. John Adams, the father of American independence.
Thomas Jefferson became the third president of the United States. His brilliance shone through writings like the Declaration of Independence, inspiring Americans in their fight for freedom. As a member of the Continental Congress, he shaped the nation's destiny. After the Revolutionary War, Jefferson's reputation grew as a statesman. He served as the first Secretary of State, shaping foreign policy under President Washington. In 1800, Jefferson ran against President Adams, winning with persuasive arguments. On March 4, 1801, he took office. Jefferson's impact on American history is undeniable. Thomas Jefferson became the third president of the United States.
James Madison, a resilient statesman, became the fourth president of the United States. As a delegate to the Constitutional Convention in 1787, Madison's ideas shaped the U.S. Constitution. He advocated for a strong central government and individual rights. Co-authoring the Federalist Papers, Madison defended and explained the Constitution's principles. Madison's journey to the presidency reached its pinnacle in the election of 1808. Madison emerged victorious, succeeding Thomas Jefferson. Madison's presidency was marked by both triumphs and challenges, particularly during the War of 1812. James Madison, father of the Constitution.
James Monroe, the fifth President of the United States, Monroe issued the Monroe Doctrine in 1823. This policy asserted that European powers should no longer attempt to colonize or interfere with the affairs of nations in the Western Hemisphere, establishing the United States as the dominant power in the Americas. Expansion and acquisitions. Under Monroe's presidency, the United States experienced significant territorial expansion. The acquisition of Florida from Spain in 1819 and the Missouri Compromise of 1820, which admitted Missouri as a slave state and Maine as a free state, Monroe helped to maintain the balance between free states. Monroe prioritized internal improvements such as road construction and canal building to improve transportation. Monroe worked to strengthen national unity by promoting a sense of American identity and pride. His administration fostered a spirit of nationalism, emphasizing the importance of a strong federal government. James Monroe, the Monroe Doctrine.
John Quincy Adams, the sixth President of the United States, born into a family of esteemed politicians, Adams was destined for greatness. During his presidency, Adams focused on advancing the nation's infrastructure, proposing ambitious plans for roads, canals, and a national university. His vision aimed to connect the growing nation, laying the groundwork for future progress. Adams was a strong advocate for scientific exploration and knowledge. He championed the establishment of a national observatory and supported the collection and dissemination of meteorological data, contributing to scientific advancements within the country. Adams skillfully navigated foreign affairs during his presidency. As an unwavering opponent of slavery, Adams used his voice and influence to fight against its expansion. He continuously challenged the institution, even presenting abolitionist petitions in Congress, reflecting his commitment to equality and justice. John Quincy Adams, The Adams Vault.
Andrew Jackson, the 7th President of the United States, rose from humble beginnings to become a prominent leader. His military triumph at the Battle of New Orleans in the War of 1812 propelled him into politics. Elected in 1828, Jackson championed populism and the power of the common people. He fought for expanded voting rights, enabling broader participation in democracy. Controversy marred his presidency. The Indian Removal Act of 1830 led to the forced relocation of Native American tribes known as the Trail of Tears, tarnishing Jackson's legacy. Jackson clashed with the national banking system, opposing the Second Bank of the United States. His actions to dismantle the bank and empower state-chartered banks polarized the nation and contributed to economic turbulence. His influence on American politics cannot be overlooked. Andrew Jackson's leadership style and controversial policies left an indelible mark on U.S. history. Andrew Jackson, expanding presidential power.
Martin Van Buren, the 8th President of the United States, rose to prominence as a skilled politician and dedicated public servant. Born in 1782 in New York, served as the Vice President under President Andrew Jackson. Van Buren advocated for governmental reform and sought to strengthen the federal government while improving bureaucracy. Martin Van Buren served as president from 1837 to 1841, during a challenging period marked by the economic turmoil of the Panic of 1837. He played a crucial role in the resolution of the Amistad case, securing the rights and freedom of African captives aboard a slave ship. He negotiated the Webster-Ashburton Treaty, settling border disputes between the United States and Canada. Van Buren oversaw the expansion of the U.S. postal system and improvements in mail delivery. Despite his efforts, Van Buren faced opposition and criticism, which ultimately led to his defeat in the 1840 presidential election. Martin Van Buren, America's 8th leader.
William Henry Harrison, the 9th President of the United States. Born in 1773 in Virginia, Harrison had a distinguished military career before entering politics. Harrison served as a general in the U.S. Army and gained fame for his leadership during the Battle of Tippecanoe in 1811 and the Battle of the Thames in 1813. These victories against Native American tribes solidified his reputation as a war hero. Elected as president in 1840, Harrison's presidency was short-lived, lasting only 32 days. Unfortunately, he fell ill with pneumonia shortly after his inauguration and passed away, making his tenure the shortest in U.S. history. Harrison's death brought Vice President John Tyler into office, setting a precedent for succession in cases of presidential death or disability. Despite his abbreviated presidency, William H. Harrison's military accomplishments and economic policy proposals have left a lasting impact. William H. Harrison, 32-day presidency.
John Tyler, the 10th President of the United States. Born in 1790 in Virginia, Tyler served as president from 1841 to 1845. He assumed office after the sudden death of President William Henry Harrison, making him the first vice president to succeed to the presidency. Tyler signed the Tariff of 1842, which aimed to protect American industries from foreign competition. One of the key accomplishments of Tyler's presidency was the annexation of Texas. He played a crucial role in securing the admission of Texas as a state in 1845, expanding the territorial boundaries of the United States. He advocated for a strict interpretation of the Constitution and opposed excessive federal authority. Tyler was the only president to serve without a vice president throughout his entire term. After leaving office, Tyler actively supported the secession of Virginia and served in the Confederate House of Representatives during the Civil War. John Tyler, from Vice President to President.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe now at American Presidential History. Stay updated with the latest videos. Follow at American Presidential History for more content and shorts. Like, share, and support the channel's growth. Subscribe now. www.youtube.com, American Presidential History.